So the rumor is that Nintendo's quality of life initiative is temporarily dead. So this was a pretty interesting little tidbit of news that I stumbled upon today from yesterday that surprisingly no one really seems to be talking about. So I don't know if this is really a big deal to people or not, or maybe there's just really not that much credence to it. However, the article I found was on IGN. And remember, when IGN reports a rumor, they do always call it a rumor. And they mention in this small article that, of course, none of this is true. But IGN is big enough of a gaming outlet, in fact, the biggest gaming outlet, that when they report on something, there's usually something to it, even if it turns out to not be 100% true. This isn't a rumor started on some, small underground blog site. This is definitely something. We all, of course, know of Nintendo's quality of life. So that's not the first time I've tried to call it a quality of knife. I have no idea what that's about. Anyway, we all do know of Nintendo's quality of life initiative that they tend to refer to it as, where they've been trying to work on some sort of platform or business model or some products that are meant to, as the name would suggest, help improve people's quality of life. There was a recent patent that was released and revealed to be some sort of sleep monitor device. This goes way back to 2009 E3 when they revealed the Vitality sensor, which never once again showed its face. And even recently, Nintendo mentioned how a couple of things are in the works, and they're hoping to launch the platform early in 2016. And then here we go with these rumors from a couple of analysts, one who you're going to know very well, who say that they have some reason to believe, or inside-in sources that say that the Quality of Life initiative may be either dead, temporarily dead, or put on the back burner for now. So the first small quote comes from somebody who I have no idea who he is. Somebody who works for IDC Research as a director. His name is Lewis Ward, speaking to Fortune. I have no idea who IDC is and why he's the director of this company and why they matter. Regardless, he was talking to Fortune and he had this to say. I think it's been pushed back to the back burner. It's supposed to be released in the US by the end of March 2016, but I haven't heard anything. However, I do think that Nintendo always has had an interest in blue ocean markets and healthcare and the intersection with their hardware and their software. It's something that they viewed as an opportunity. So very interesting. He mentions that he does think that it's something Nintendo would ideally want to focus on and that they have been interested in a while, but he feels that it's been put on the back burner. Now, the other fellow, somebody who we will all know pretty well, Michael Pachter himself. We've all had a love-hate relationship with the guy. I know I certainly have. I've gone very back and forth on the guy, but regardless, he's certainly a big voice in the industry, whether or not you agree with him. When he says something, people tend to write a little blurb about it, and sometimes it makes really big news, and we know he's not always been very favorable of Nintendo, which is certainly too bad. He had some interesting things to say. He says, I think it's probably dead, just like the Wii Vitality sensor was before, and they didn't tell anybody. He then goes on to say, they have been completely invisible as a company since Iwata got sick. The whole point of helping with lifestyle was getting people to buy more Nintendo devices, which, to be fair, is true. And I think they're hurting so badly in devices that they're trying to stop the hemorrhaging there. I would say they're probably focused on just getting their mobile initiative working. That's far more important than quality of life. So I have to say that I think that his words ring true if, in fact, that is what's going on. I have no idea what opinion I really have on the quality of life. I talked about it recently. I'm going to post the video that I made probably about 2 weeks ago where I discussed after the rumors and the patent of the sleep device came out, the sleep monitoring device. I did make a video discussing what I think the purpose of the quality of life platform was, where I mentioned it's really, I think, something that they're doing to get into a different market other than gaming and to create another revenue stream that isn't hingent and reliant only on new gaming hardware and new gaming software. I don't really know if I feel like it's something that I care about or not. I don't think that they're trying to make quality of life stuff to sell to the gamer. That's been my real focus. So whether or not this, the quality of life ever comes to light by March 2016 or not, or even if it ever comes out, I don't think it's going to really hinder my opinion or any of you out there listening, people who are into Nintendo as a gaming company. I don't think it's going to make a big impact. But I do have to say that if there was an opportunity for them to create this initiative and make extra money that could filter into Nintendo as a larger company and help filter into the gaming market, or their gaming side of business, I should say, that would be a good thing. And I would like to see them release something like this and have it be successful and make money for the company, absolutely. Now, the other thing that Pachter specifically mentions is whether or not it is being put to the back burner or even dead completely so that they can focus on the mobile market going forward. And he says how he thinks that's more important than quality of life. Honestly, I agree 100%. I totally agree. Not because I am excited for Nintendo's mobile games or whatever they're trying to do there, but because, as I've also said before, I mean, you have to look at whatever they're doing with the mobile stuff. If they do it right, it's going to make so much money for Nintendo, and it's going to keep them in the black or the red. I don't even know which one it's, I guess in the red? In the black. Red is negative, basically. Anyway, it's going to keep them profitable. That's what I'm trying to get at there. I'm colorblind, so we'll pretend that that's why I didn't know which color is which. But yeah, it's going to keep them profitable. You know, if they can make the kind of money that a lot of other companies have seen in the mobile market specifically, as much as I don't like mobile gaming, and as much as I will probably never care about what Nintendo does on the mobile side, provided it doesn't hinder their production and their level of quality and standard on the gaming side, I don't care. It's only going to mean more money for Nintendo. They have the potential to make so much money, so much profit from the mobile stuff if they handle this very smartly and correctly going forward. And I think it's only going to be a good thing for Nintendo as a company, and then us, the gamers, are going to reap the rewards of that by getting, hopefully, a stronger Nintendo, a more confident and stable Nintendo, better games, better hardware. I mean, that's all it could really do. And I believe them when they've said, even with this mobile push that we're doing going forward, trust us, we're staying a dedicated gaming company. I don't think Nintendo's the kind of company to lie to us about that. That's not Nintendo's MO. Yes, they've made other mistakes, and yes, they've been shifty about some things and changed their mind, but that is such a huge message for them to tell people and tell us, the gamers and the fans. I just feel that there's no way they're lying about that. So, hey, do the mobile thing, make a crazy amount of money, and just help it make a better Nintendo and better Nintendo games, you know, and that's what I think it's going to be. So the quality of life, I was thinking and hoping it would be another kind of revenue stream they were creating. So Nintendo would be a gaming company first and foremost, but they would have this huge mobile division making a bunch of extra revenue for the company. And then whatever this quality of life division was going to be, hopefully making another set of extra money for Nintendo. Like I said, I can only see any of those things being good for Nintendo and good for us, the gamers. So, you know, I don't want to talk in circles anymore, but that's kind of my feelings on it, you know? And I don't really know that I believe that these theories that these two guys say about, oh, it's dead or it's on the back burner. I mean, they only just recently talked about how they are still planning on discussing it further soon. And it was only a couple of weeks or a month ago that patent for the sleep monitor device came out, so obviously there's movement there. So I feel like it's still very likely a plan for them soon going forward. So I guess it remains to be seen, either until March 2016 comes and goes and we hear nothing about it, or until Nintendo tells us for sure, yes, it's still happening, or no, it's not. I'm just going to assume that right now everything is still on track, and when they're ready, they're going to share information about it. If that changes, we'll have to wait and see, and if that happens, then I'll make a video discussing the facts at the time that happens. But for now, I think it's probably still going to be coming out soon. Anyway, what do you guys think about all this? Does a quality of life interest you as a platform, or does it interest you in terms of how it could affect Nintendo going forward? Does it not interest you? Do you think that this article makes it sound like maybe it is dead or on the back burner, or do you think that, kind of like I do, until we hear otherwise, it's still probably planned to be revealed sometime soon? It's going to be interesting to see, you know, more than anything, it'll be interesting to see really what Nintendo's plan with this whole quality of life thing really is supposed to be. So it's going to be a crazy time. We'll find out sometime soon, I'm sure. Thanks as always for tuning in, guys. Always appreciate your fanship and your viewership. You guys rock. This is Rob of Rules to Review, and I'll catch you guys next time on another video.